This is like a weird position, but whatever, we're just vibing here. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Amanda Jewel, and if you are new here, hello. Go ahead and subscribe for more college content, more quarantine content, you know, all of the above. Today I'm going to be giving advice to students applying to the University of Texas at Austin, whether it be straight out of high school or a transfer student during all of this craziness going on in the world. Said pandemic has currently put all of my UT Austin classes online for the rest of this semester so far, and I know that's happening a lot for high school as well, and of course all other colleges. Let's dive into what I think this could mean for students applying to the University of Texas at Austin. I was a transfer student to UT Austin about 2 years ago. I transferred from Texas Tech University, and I've created videos on how to get into UT, what I think the free tuition is, my tips for transfer students, my experience as a transfer student. So I'll link my entire playlist of UT videos down below. Today I want to focus on what I think all of this means for students trying to get into UT fall 2020. I'm not an expert, I'm not a certified source, I'm definitely not a faculty member, so, you know, take everything I say as just my personal experience and speculation, if you will. For those of you that maybe don't know, or just to reiterate to the rest of you that do know, but UT is a very extremely competitive school to get into. It's one of the top schools in the nation, and I'm an advertising student specifically, so it is the #1 advertising school in the country, which means it's very hard to get into. I did not get in as a high school student. I was capped, which just means that you could take a program at one of their sister schools and then possibly get in. Needless to say, it's hard, but it's possible because here I am. To be honest, just from seeing how class structure is changing, such as the fact that one, we're in unprecedented times and every single person in the world is affected. Therefore, there's this academic empathy that I call it, just meaning that one, the school has allowed this semester to be pass-fail, which just means that you can either get a letter grade and it can go towards your GPA, or you can choose to just pass or fail the class and it won't go towards your GPA at all. But the fact that they are doing that makes me feel like they are going to be very empathetic towards everyone applying right now. A lot of you, if you are finishing out, I mean, whatever school you're finishing out, whether it's high school or college, your grade at the end of the semester may not represent what it was going to be if everything was normal, which I think will actually work in your favor. However, one, I'm not saying take advantage of this and just pass fail, but since all of your application is already submitted and you can't change your essay to make this like your super hard circumstance that you've gone through, I think they'll know that we all went through this. And if your application was strong before all of this happened, I think regardless of how you finish, you have a higher chance of getting in my opinion, just because they'll be sympathetic towards what's going on. I also think that if your school is allowing you to do pass-fail, UT obviously can't let everyone in, so I would make it your priority to still try and get your letter grades. Give as much effort as you can in your classes. Of course, there's family situations, there's anxiety, there's depression, and all this stuff that could play into how you perform in school online. But if you could just try your hardest to not do pass-fail, I'm sure it will help you. But I'm not saying taking it pass-fail will hurt you at all, because I guarantee you 75% of people that are allowed that option will take it. But since it is still a competitive school, I would just try your hardest not to do that. And this is a very extreme opinion that I don't have facts to back it up. The economy after this whole situation is going to be very interesting, to say the least. And I think universities as well are losing a lot of money, and not losing it, but more spending it during this time. I think that it will help in the sense they'll want as many students as they can possibly admit, because that means money. And I don't mean it in a bad way. I just mean this could really work in your favor, because even if you're a student like me that relies on federal grants and loans to go to UT, that's still money that they receive. So the more students that they allow in, the more money they receive, which would help during this time. I'm interested to see how the free tuition will play out. You can watch my video about that. I don't know any updates on what they're doing for free tuition. I'm sure news will come out before fall 2020. My other advice is still to make sure that your transcripts at the end of this semester get into the UT admission office before decisions. Like, you need to be calling to make sure UT received your transcript from your school, and if it hasn't, you need to make sure you're calling your school and telling them to send your transcript to UT at the end of the semester. Of course, I really don't know how this is going to play out, and given everything I said, yes, UT does have a certain amount of number that they can let students in, but I just genuinely believe that this is going to open an empathetic application process, especially because the people letting you in right now are all in quarantine too, right? Like, they're going through all these applications in quarantine, and they're probably looking at your application when you send it in before all this went down, and they're like, oh, this is a strong application. Oh, they've already been through this and this, and then they can calculate in their head too, wow, they've been through all of this, they're this good of a student. I'm hoping them the best during the quarantine and pandemic, and then maybe they'll let you in, you know what I mean? My other advice is just to try to stay motivated during this time for yourself. UT aside, I think this next year is going to be very interesting, and I'm interested to see if we'll be on campus next semester, honestly. Just gonna throw that out there. So this could look very different for a lot of you freshmen, especially orientation. I don't know if they'll be able to have that. Again, speculation, no sources, all from my own brain. And not to freak you out at all, but I just genuinely think this could help a lot of students. I wish there was a pandemic going on when I applied out of high school. Just kidding, I don't. And in your personal life, I am wishing you all the best. Try to stay motivated in school. I know it's gonna be really hard, but this could be the make it or break it. I will link all my videos about how to get into UT. I've helped a lot of students get into UT. I don't have any doubt it could help you. I also am coming out with a how to stay motivated doing online school. So if you wanna stay tuned for that, it could apply to college or high school. Yeah, take this time to take care of yourself, be with your loved ones, try your best in school, and remember, we're all human. And I think this is the biggest lesson we're all kind of learning right now, is that we're all human and we're all connected. I hope this video was helpful at all. If it was, go ahead and give it a like, subscribe for more, and comment down below if you have any questions. You can also reach out to me on Instagram at @theamandajewel. I do my best to reply to everyone, and I'm sure this video maybe just created more questions in your head, which is totally fine, but just reach out to me and I will do my best to answer them. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you all in the next video, and good luck on getting in. Okay, bye.